Hi, everybody. We are here with Liz Kreniak with Premier Gems Custom Jewelry in Calgary. And today we're going to talk about how you can get the absolute best results from bringing Liz your rocks, gems, and other jewelry for identification or appraisal. Liz, so great to have you here.
It's great to be here. The first and most important thing is make an appointment, please. Having people just come in with their wonderful collections is great, but I am not certified to value these. I will be soon, but not yet. So Jeff needs to be here to tell you what we're looking at. I can make all the guesses we want, but it's the same as both of us sitting at the desk guessing what it could be. So please make your appointment and please be like as close to on time as possible because we have to make sure that we make enough time for you as much for anybody else.
All right, so making sure there's enough time and that you guys can properly evaluate what you're bringing in is super, super important. Um, what about costs and whatnot? Should people be
So
prepared to pay for your time?
there is a fee for identification which is starting at $10. That is really just for our services. There's a lot of equipment involved. Sometimes there's chemicals involved that we have to use to test your gold, and also to test the refraction of some of those gemstones. And that's kind of important. We have to kind of take on some of that cost. We're happy to have these visitors. Just please be prepared to pay.
All right. So what about the backyard gemologists that are bringing in things they find just sort of outside? What are the odds that something that you find outside is going to be something of like insane value?
One in a million. I mean, we've heard of these stories of somebody stopping on the side of the road in Northern Ontario and finding diamonds. Something that's really important to note is the biggest rough diamond ever in existence that has been found has been about the size of a fist. And so when you're bringing in something that's, a rock the size of my head, this is most likely rocks and sediment and quartz, not a diamond. I'm sorry, it's just not. It takes a lot of effort for that to go to something like this. There's perfect conditions, perfect heat, perfect temperature, and this is so far below the surface, you're not going to find it in your backyard.
Do you guys offer the ability to perhaps, send in photos to see if it's worth the trip?
Absolutely. We have some people that come in from all over different provinces, so it is really helpful if you wanted to send us in a picture. Email it to jeff@premiergems.ca. That would be a really big help. And if we can't identify it from the picture, definitely bring it in and we'll have a look.
Would it be also okay to possibly post that on the Facebook page or send it through Twitter as well?
Absolutely. There's send attachments through our Facebook page or through the Twitter. It's great.
Good
So,
stuff. So approximately how long should someone leave for an appointment? Like, can you tell someone right away, generally speaking, or do they have to wait a couple days, or how does that work?
when you come in for your appointment, it's done right on site. So we usually ask for about, if you're doing an appraisal, give about 20 minutes. If it's just for identification, 5 to 10 minutes is sometimes all we need. Um, Even with that, the value is not always what you're going to expect either. So sometimes you'll find amethyst or blue topaz, they'll be the size of my fist too. But because it's so easy and so plentiful, it's not always that expensive.
So if I did find an amethyst the size of my fist and I brought it to you, approximately what would you offer me for something like that? Just ballpark.
It's hard to say. I mean, I never give quotes like just based on imagination. So, because if I'm wrong, then we're both disappointed. So it's
Mhm.
always good to see right in front of us what we're looking at. So,
All right. Any other tips for someone coming in to get their gems, jewelry, or rocks identified or appraised?
any other tips would be just I'm always very encouraging. Bring everything. I love having a look at it. Be prepared for your time, and manage some expectations. So not everybody's going to have the watermelon emerald that we're all dreaming of. So please keep that in mind.
Great tips so you're not disappointed when you come down to Premier Gems with a rock the size of your head, and great ways to also just understand a little bit more about how gemology works and the identification and appraisal process. For more information or to book an appointment, how would one do that?
You can email me at at premiergems.ca. Feel free to reach us on Facebook or Twitter at premiergemsyyc, or just feel free to give us a call here at 613-3809 here in Calgary.
Great. Thanks so much for your time, Liz. Appreciate it.
Glad to be here. Take care.
Okay.